These are the scales and arpeggios that you need to prepare for the Associated Board's Grade 1 piano exam. The first thing that they ask for is C major in 1 octave, hands together. Now if you haven't played this one before, I would suggest going back and watching the initial grade video which shows you how to do this one hands separately. So assuming now that you have the right and the left hand accurately with the correct fingers, this is how you then put them together. This is what the final version should look like. And to start working on the coordination of this is what I recommend. That we're going to drop into the first note, which is C, and then we're going to go up to D and E. And that's absolutely very, very straightforward. So we're just going to keep doing that over and over. Up and down. Like this. When you've done this for a large number of times, I then want you to put the right hand thumb under onto F. Back down. Thumb. Now let's go up to the second finger on G in the right hand. The left hand, you will have noticed, is just going through a 5-finger position. It hasn't had to make any changes yet. And back down. Keep making sure that the thumb in your right hand is going under onto F. Now this time we're going to go up to A, but the left hand has got to put the third finger over. And let's repeat that again. And do this as many times as you want to until your hand is comfortable with that movement. When you are comfortable, go up as far as the B, and your left hand will have your second finger on the B, your right hand will have the fourth, thumb under in your left there. Now let's go all the way to the top of the octave. When you're happy that that is accurate and you've got the coordination completely together without it upsetting any of the notes or any of the fingers, then check the tempo. These were 54 for the initial grade. They've now gone up to 60 as a crotchet beat for grade 1. And just like I explained in the initial grade video, give these some shape by thinking of going up to the top of the scale and back down. Also remember to drop gently into the first note and push gently out of the last one. This time you can think of these in groups of 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it gives it a rather nice shape if you think about it in that way. Grade 1 also asks for G major in 2 octaves, hands separately. So first of all, we're going to work on this in 1 octave. G major has the key signature of F sharp, so you need to make sure that the F is sharpened when you arrive at it. It uses the same finger pattern as grade 1, so if that's secure, it should work here. And so we have G with your thumb, 2, 3, thumb under onto C, 1, 2, 3, finger 4 is going to land on F sharp, 5, 4 back down on F sharp. Now before thinking about 2 octaves, I want you to work on this one just hand separately in 1 octave. So we're going to go through that process very, very quickly. And the left hand finger pattern is the same as C major left hand as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, third over onto E, 3, 2, 1. Now when you have got those to a point where you can play them accurately, fluently and with some shape, hand separately in 1 octave, then start to think about the 2nd octave. And in the right hand, this is how we're going to do this. Hang on to the F sharp for a short while, and instead of playing the G with your 5th finger, as you would in 1 octave, I want you to put the thumb under again. Now what you can see is that the right hand has set itself up to just play that 2nd octave as you did before. Put the 4th finger over onto F sharp. Now some people do struggle maintaining the finger pattern with this, and this is one method that I think helps with this. Visualize these fingers in blocks when you're thinking about the finger numbers. And think of 1, 2 and 3 together, then 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can actually practice them like this, and we can go down as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. When you've got that, then split the first note from the block like this. And on the way down, split the first note again. This time it will be at the top of the block and not the bottom. When you're comfortable with that, play each of those blocks with all of the notes separated. And when that stage is done, then go back to turning the thumb under or putting fingers over the thumb. Let's do a quick tempo check to make sure that we're playing fluently. So we're back to 60 again. And now let's do the final thing. Let's give it some shape by thinking of these groups of 4 and thinking right up to the top of the scale and back down. Now what you can also do with here is think up to the top of each octave, and that also adds another dimension to the phrase shape. And I'm going to do the left hand very, very quickly in the same way. We start on 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, third over, fourth over my thumb, 4, 3, 2, 1, third over, 3, 2, 1, making sure I'm turning my Fs into F sharps and back down, 1, 2, 3, thumb under, 1, 2, 3, 4, thumb under, 1, 2, 3, thumb under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can block them again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, back down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Split the blocks up. Split them up going down. Split all of the blocks up. And I'm going to play through the whole of the scale. Let's do a quick tempo check and make sure that we are playing them at the right speed for the exam. And let's think about playing them musically. The other major that you have to do in 2 octaves hand separately is F major. Now this one has a slightly different finger pattern and you will see why. F major has the key signature of B flat, so just as when we dealt with the F sharp and G, we need to make sure that all of our Bs are flattened. So if I take that with the finger pattern that we've used before, starting from the thumb on F, the next note we need to play is a B flat. Now if I put my thumb under like we did before, we end up with this awkward movement. And because the thumb is so much shorter than the rest of the fingers, it really isn't built for that turn on a note that's also shorter than the white notes. So what we're going to do instead is place the 4th finger on the B flat and then put the thumb under. And this gives this finger pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, thumb under, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm only going to work in 1 octave to start with. Back down, 3, 2, 1, 4th finger over onto B flat. And I really suggest you spend a long time working on this in 1 octave, hand separately, just to get used to how this feels. Now when you are comfortable with that, you can then start to think about it in the 2nd octave as well. And we're going to do that by turning the thumb under onto F, and we're set up to play the 2nd octave just like we did the first one. Back down, 4, 3, 4, can go back to blocking. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Block going down. Group of 3. Group of 4. Split the first of the block. Split all of the block. Now play it normally by passing the thumb under or passing fingers over the thumb. Let's do a quick tempo check so that we can make sure we're in line with the exam requirements. And a little bit of shape to get the expression. And we're going to work on the left hand in the same way. This time the left hand does actually use the same finger pattern as the left hand for C major and for G major because the B flat doesn't occur where the thumb turns. So we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Back down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Split the block. And split the block completely. And now play the scale correctly, passing the thumb and the fingers where you need to. And a quick tempo check at 60 to make sure that we are doing what the exam board have asked. And finally, some shape. You also have to play two minor scales this time. These are A and D minor. D minor, of course, we did for the initial grade, but A minor is new. A minor is rather wonderful because it is the relative minor of C major. Let's take a look at C major again. And to play that, its key signature was no sharps and no flats. Now, to find its relative minor, we can quite simply go to the sixth note of that scale, which is A, and we can play a scale that begins and ends on A that also has no sharps and no flats. gives us the A natural minor scale. It uses the same finger pattern as C major, and so that's how you need to start working at it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, I'd work on this in 1 octave in the first instance. 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And then just like when we're working on G major and F major, let's start to think about it in 2 octaves. Put the thumb under. And of course we can block this one as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Split the first of the block. Split the first of the block going down. Split all of the blocks. And I can do this in my left hand as well. Remember, just 1 octave to start with. And when you're comfortable with that, 4th finger over. Then play them in blocks. Split the first of the block. Split all of the block. And then without any gaps, by putting the finger over or under. Let's do a quick tempo check on those to make sure that they're where they should be for the exam. And let's think about adding some shape. If you are preparing the harmonic version of A minor, remember that you need to do the raised 7th as well. does the 6th and 7th on the way up and naturalises them on the way down. And let's take a look at the left hand of A minor. And let's block the first group. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Split the block. Split the whole block. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Going down, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's play that with passing the thumb under and fingers over. And let's do a tempo check so we know we're doing what the exam board have asked. And let's think about the sense of direction and shape within that. And if you want to do the harmonic version, you need to raise the 7th. And if you want to do the melodic minor version, you need to raise the 6th and 7th on the way up and naturalise them on the way down. We're going to start D minor by looking at the natural minor, and this is a rather wonderful one because if you remember what I said about A minor, it was the relative of C. D minor is the relative of F. So if we do the same thing, if we go to the 6th note of F, we can see that it is in fact a D. So D begins and ends on D, but it has a B flat in its key signature, just like F major. Now, unlike F major, that B flat doesn't occur in an awkward turn, so you can use the same finger pattern as for C major, G major and A minor. Once again, let's do one octave first. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Once you've got to grips with that, then start blocking for the 2 octaves. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Split the block. Split the block on the way down. all of the block. Split the block on the way down. Now pass the thumb and turn the fingers over the thumb. Let's do a quick tempo check to make sure we're doing what the exam board have asked us to do. And let's give it some shape. Of course, if you want to do the harmonic version, you need to raise the 7th. And if you want to do the melodic version, you need to raise the 6th and 7th on the way up and naturalise them on the way down. And let's take a look at the left hand, and once again it's using the same finger pattern that you use for the left hand of C major, G major and F major. There's no need to change it. Let's go straight into blocking this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Block it on the way down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Split the block. Split all of the block. Now play it all together with passing the thumb wherever you need to. Let's do a quick tempo check to make sure we're doing what the exam board have asked us to do. And let's add some shape. If you want to do the harmonic, remember to raise the 7th. And if you want to do the melodic, remember to raise the 6th and 7th going up and naturalise them on the way down. Just like the initial grade, you've also got to do a contra-motion scale in C major for grade 1, but this time throughout the whole octave. So just before you start that, remind yourself of the right hand of the C major scale, just in one octave. Now in the left hand, do that the other way round. So start with your thumb on C, and we're going to go down and then up. And then if we're going to put those together, we're going to put both thumbs on C, and the same finger pattern. 1, 2, 3, thumb under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back in, 4, 3, 2, 1, third over, 3, 2, 1. Now when some people do this, they find it very, very awkward having the thumbs on one note next to each other. And my advice is to push one of the thumbs further forward into the key, towards the body of the piano. On this occasion, I don't think it matters which one goes further forward and which one goes back. I think that can be personal preference. But find a way that suits you. And make sure you have the finger pattern 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When that's accurate, move on to fluency. So we'll do a quick tempo check and make sure we're doing what the exam board has asked for. And we'll think about it musically. You also have to do arpeggios like you did for the initial grade, but again, just like the contrary motion, these have extended into one octave. So we have to do these in G major and A minor. G major is G with your thumb, B with your second finger, D with your third finger, and G with your fifth finger. Back down to D with your third, B with your second, and G with your thumb. Now what you might find, especially if your hand is small, is that actually reaching for those is quite stressful, and we don't want to put any stress on the hand. So we can keep the hand in a relatively neutral position and then use some rotary movement from the shoulder. Ask your teacher to go over this with you to help you get the fifth finger all the way up the octave, like this. Which makes it much more comfortable to play. It also adds some shape to it without you even trying, so that's quite nice. But anyway, let's do our check to see that the arpeggio is the right speed. And for grade 1, these need to go at 58. My metronome doesn't have that, so I've put it at 60. And let's think about the shape. And the left hand of that works with your fifth finger on G, fourth on B, second on D, and your thumb on G. Now do try with this one and get your fourth onto the B instead of your third. It's likely that your fourth won't want to do this because it's one of the most awkward fingers to use in piano playing, but do persist with this, because what you'll notice from my hand shape here is that using the fourth allows me to keep all of the fingers running straight onto the keys. With the third, I have to twist it slightly. That's not a big deal, but that can cause some tension. So it's 5, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5. And then again, tempo check at 60, even though it should be 58. And finally with some shape. The A minor arpeggio uses the same finger pattern again, so once your hand is used to G major, it should actually find it quite straightforward. Thumb on A, second on C, third on E, fifth on A, third on E, second on C, thumb on A. Check it's at 60. and some shape. And the left hand is 5th on A, 4th on C, 2nd on E, thumb on A, 2nd on E, 4th on C, and 5th on A. Check it's at the right tempo. And add some shape. Make sure you are checking the syllabus for yourself so that you know exactly what's involved, but those are all of the scales and arpeggios needed for grade 1. Good luck with your preparation, and I hope your exam goes well.